This video will cover how to get realistic bell patches with a DX7 and other FM synths. The DX7 is great for creating bell tones because it's able to recreate metallic inharmonic overtones. I showed this list of commonly used ratio settings for the modulators in the introduction of the DX7 video. Harmonic overtones can be made with ratios like 1, 2, and 3. But for bells with inharmonic overtones, you will need ratios with decimal points. The clock bells from the Off-the Matrix Bank that I played for the intro uses algorithm 5, as did the factory patch tube bells. But the frequency settings are really different for the two patches. The factory tube bells patch has the same ratio setting for the first two towers, which created a chorus effect of the tone. But a much more realistic tone can be made by setting a higher ratio of the carrier and modulator of the second tower. When I play the patch, it's like I can feel the weight of the metal because of the way the velocity responds, although it may be difficult to hear just listening through a cell phone. I'll be using the Yamaha TX802 for this video because the display is much brighter than the DX7, but it's a DX7 in a rack. And I also recommend listening to headphones to get the most out of the video. So essentially the tube bells created by using this of carrier modulators of the same frequency, but a much more realistic sound I got by setting a higher frequency for the second tower. So you can hear the difference here. Here's the Off the Matrix patch. And here's essentially what the tube bells sound like. The third tower was used for both patches for a dull percussive thud that's barely noticeable. Since most of the sound comes from the first four operators, this patch can be made with the DX11 and TX81Z. So the same patch is in the 4-operator Off the Matrix Bank. Now that you know how the patch is laid out, you can experiment with the frequencies to get different overtones. So this is the second operator. So by raising the tone, I can get a brighter overtone. And go to same and go to the second tower modulator. And then to make the tone brighter, you can raise the output. Now this makes it much brighter. Another important setting is the release of the bells and how determines how long they ring out. So you can make that shorter by altering the rate 4, which is acting as the release. So I can bring that up, say to 44 for the first carrier, and then the second carrier on operator 3. Bring that up, and now the sound doesn't ring out as long. And I can bring it down, make it much longer. Now it has a longer ring. So rate 4 controls the release rate. This patch chime assembly is another patch from the Off the Matrix Banks. And so the secret really of getting a great tone is not to follow the pattern of the factory patch tube bells by just doubling the same frequency for the first two towers. But a much more realistic tone can be made by setting a higher ratio of the carrier and modulator of the second tower. This is a new pad I'm working on. New banks are being developed for the DX7. I'm open to suggestions. You can mention a patch you would like for the new bank in the comments section. Until next time, take care.